In this final video of the rhythm series, we will examine the concept of polyrhythm. From a previous video, you'll remember that rhythm was defined as the movement of music through time. By adding the prefix poly, we have now changed that word to mean many rhythms at the same time. Even more specific, polyrhythm is defined as having two or more rhythms played together. The easiest way to create and experience polyrhythm would be to have many different participants play different rhythms at the same time. For example, this graphic shows 4 different rhythm patterns that, if played simultaneously, would create polyrhythm. Notice how well organized the music is laid out, and that each and every beat is aligned vertically. This helps us achieve polyrhythm by making sure that everyone is playing together. If you did not have multiple people, it is possible for us to create polyrhythm as just an individual. A piano player can create polyrhythm by having 2 different rhythms occurring, one in each hand. Sometimes polyrhythm is also possible on the guitar, depending on how the player strums the strings. The most common way, however, for an individual to create polyrhythm is through the use of a drum set. With the drum set, not only are we using both of our hands, but also both of our feet as well. My left foot would actually play on this instrument known as the hi-hat cymbals. And by using my left foot, those 2 cymbals could either be closed together or opened apart to create a different sound. My right foot operates the bass drum, giving me a low, basic beat for the other instruments to follow. Alongside the hi-hat and the bass drum, the other most common instrument in a drum set is the snare drum. This drum has metal wires underneath that give it its rattling sound. In addition to these 3 instruments, there are also 3 different size drums without snares, known as the tom drums. There are also 2 cymbals, the ride and the crash, found at the top, which give me their own distinctive sounds. I should mention once again, however, that the most common are the bass drum, snare drum, and hi-hat cymbals. When playing a drum set, musically it looks different from other instruments. Notice how each instrument in the drum set occupies a different section of the musical staff. Snare drum will always be on the center line, bass drum would always be on the bottom space, and the hi-hats would always occupy the space above the top staff. By playing these 3 instruments in tandem, we are then able to create basic beats. This pattern right here is the world-famous "We Will Rock You" pattern. Thank you very much for watching this video dealing on the rhythm series. Feel free to revisit any of the videos from previous units to help understand these concepts.